Have you been thinking about starting a virtual assistant business, but you're not exactly sure how to get started? Well, in this video, I'm going to break down for you step by step how to start your virtual assistant business, and I'm going to show you how to do it in just 1 week. If you haven't met me, I'm Abby, founder of The Virtual Savvy, and I've trained over 7,000 individuals to start, grow, and scale their own at-home business. And I love getting to do what I do because it's almost on a daily basis that I'm hearing stories from my students like this. Jessica, who says, I had my first contract signed early this morning. I have my first client crying in my coffee. Laura, who says, I'm completely booked. I started the Savvy system in late February while working a full-time, unfulfilling corporate job. Here I am. I did it. And Alexandra, who says, I just booked my first paying client, contract signed, and invoice paid. Now, why is it that my students are able to get such fast results? It's because they embrace this one simple principle: action over perfection. A lot of new virtual assistants get overwhelmed easily because they're trying to do everything perfect from day one, trying to build the perfect website, trying to learn every single skill out there so they feel equipped enough, picking the perfect niche or the perfect logo. And they do all of that instead of actually just starting. So in this video, I'm going to break down 7 simple steps to start your virtual assistant business, even if you are a total beginner. And if you do 1 step per day for the next 7 days, then you'll look back and 1 week later have your entire business built. Are you ready? Let's jump in. Step number 1, which we'll complete on day number 1, is to choose your services. Now, you are likely more skilled than you think you are. In fact, most clients hiring a virtual assistant for the first time aren't looking for high-level technical skills. You've got to think about it through the lens of the small business owner who's hiring you. Most likely, they need just the weeds tasks taken off their plate. Right now, they're answering emails, they're sending out invoices, they're spending time doing data entry and inputting things into their computer that they simply just need that taken off their plate. So even if you don't have any experience as a virtual assistant, there are simple tasks that you can go ahead and add to your list of services and begin offering those to small business owners immediately. Some of the basic admin tasks that you could add to your list include email management, calendar management, customer support, social media scheduling, research, travel booking, community management, invoicing, data entry. You could literally just start with these services and move on to step 2. I've already given you the services that you can begin with. Let me go ahead and give you 1 line of warning because I see so many new people make this mistake. A lot of times virtual assistants hear the riches are in the niches, right? Have you ever heard that before? Well, I believe that it is actually best not to niche or niche down in the very beginning of starting your virtual assistant business. I think it's best to offer these general admin services to any small business owner that will hire you. And here's why. When you are just putting those feelers out there, you're going to let friends and family, we're going to talk a little bit about marketing, you're going to let people know about your business. At the very beginning, you don't normally know who you want to work with. And we don't want to limit ourselves in the beginning by saying, oh, I'm only going to work with real estate agents, or I'm only going to work with authors, or I'm only going to do this particular type of service, because we just are trying to get the word out there that we've started this business. Now, over time, you'll begin working with people and you'll start to realize, oh, I really do like this particular service, or I love doing ads, I love doing Pinterest, I love working with authors, whatever it may be. I always say, you don't find your niche will find you. And so don't stress about niching down in the beginning. My goal for you is that you start with general admin services, that you have a simple hourly rate, which we'll talk about, and that you just start going out there and getting paying clients. All right, we're going to make this video interactive. If you know what services you're going to start with, go ahead and drop them in the comments below. Let's move on to step number 2, which I recommend you do on day number 2. And that is to choose your rate and create your packages. Now, most of my virtual assistants will start out anywhere between $25, $30, $35, even $40 an hour. So let's go ahead and do the example of a $30 per hour rate. So if your rate is $30 an hour, you might sell a 20-hour package for $600 a month, and you're just going to list all those services. I recommend having all of your services in every package. Later on, you can differentiate. Maybe this package includes this service, but in the beginning, it's just easiest to have all of your services in all of your package, the main differentiator is going to be the number of hours. You'll see that that second package is 40 hours times the $38 an hour. That's a $1,200 package. Now, what's so magical about this is that these are monthly recurring packages, which means that you're not just selling a 40-hour package for $1,200. You're selling a $1,200 a month package, which means that that client is going to pay you on repeat every single month. You will invoice them, they will pay the invoice, and then they will have 40 hours to use for the month. And what's so cool about this model is that most virtual assistants can replace their full-time income with 4 to 7 clients. This is why I love virtual assistants as opposed to, selling things on Etsy or starting an e-commerce store or starting a food truck. You don't need hundreds of people to buy your products. You don't need thousands of followers on Instagram or some other platform. You need 4 yeses. Can you get 4 people to say yes? I believe that you can. We call it the core 4, and it is a huge milestone for our VAs. All right, you've chosen your services, you've created your packages. On day 3, what we're going to do is we are going to decide on the time that you are going to commit to your business. How much you're going to work is up to you, and we all come into this with different expectations, different life scenarios, right? Some of us are homeschooling moms, some of us are working a 9-to-5, some of us are retired, and we are just looking for a secondary source of income. So no matter what situation you're in, you've got to decide what is going to be your savvy time. I recommend having at least 5 dedicated hours. A dedicated hour means that you are actually able to sit down and do deep work on your computer or your laptop, not, when kids are tugging on your shirt asking for juice. So we may have to carve out that time, right? I know when I was first starting out in my business, I was a new mom. I had a 2-year-old and I was pregnant with my second, and I literally had to find times. Maybe during nap time, I would have, one day a week where I would ask a friend, hey, will you watch my kid for, 2 hours, and then I'll watch your kid for 2 hours on another day. I would ask my mother-in-law for help. There was a lot of things that I would ask for. That way I could have those 5 to even 10 dedicated deep work hours every single week. So you've got to decide for you, how many deep work hours are you going to have? Let me know in the comments below. And you've got to carve out that time block it on your calendar, do whatever you have to do to know that this is dedicated, non-negotiable time that I'm going to be working on my business. Now, a simple math equation is that the amount of hours you're able to work per week times your hourly rate equals your earning capacity. Now, for some of you, you look at that number and it gets you excited. You're like, yes, I can do this. This is what I want. For some of you, you're like, that's not quite what I was hoping for, and that's okay. Remember, as a virtual assistant, this can eventually grow beyond you. We talked about your rate being $30, $35, maybe $40 an hour. I want to peek ahead to the future. My goal for all VAs is to get to the magic 45. The magic 45 is when your rate is $45 an hour or higher. At this rate, you are able to hire subcontractors at about $15 an hour and still keep a good portion of money for yourself. Client work comes in at $45 an hour. You pass the work on to your subcontractors at $15 an hour. You're passing it back to your clients after it's done, and you're keeping $30 an hour for them doing the work. It's an awesome model that tons of my students have used to grow to 6 and even 7 figures without having to do all the work themselves. So if you're unhappy with the number, with that formula that we used, do know that this does not have to be the end. This is just the beginning. So we're not going to worry about building a team and subcontracting and raising our rates. Right now, we're just trying to get you launched. So go ahead and launch with the packages that you chose, but know with each new client, you can raise your rates slightly so we can get you to that magic 45 so that you at least have the option in the future to subcontract if that's something you want to do. All right, so have you chosen when you're going to work? When are those dedicated hours? Have you dropped in the comments below how many hours you're going to be working per week? If so, let's keep moving forward. All right, step number 4 on day number 4 is that you are going to choose your business name. Now, this is easier than ever with ChatGPT. I absolutely love using ChatGPT for brainstorming a business name. So let's jump into ChatGPT and check this out. Okay, I am here inside of ChatGPT and I'm going to ask it to help me come up with a business name for my VA business. It can have words like virtual, desk, admin. I also like things that are bright and fun. So maybe use words like pop or, I don't know, sunshine. Okay, this was just an example, right? But whatever you would want kind of the feel of your brand to be, you can put that. So I can do this and literally it's going to drop so many names. Look at this. Oh my gosh, so many names. All right. And then what I would do is I would go through, and if I found one that I really liked, like Peach Pop Admin, how fun is that, right? I would go to Namecheap. Namecheap is generally where I go to purchase domains. I'm going to go and I would put Peach Pop Admin, right? I can search for it. I like .coms. If there's not a .com, I will do .co. This one's $11 a year. I will not pay more than $12 to $15 a year for a domain. You can always put things like the Peach Pop Admin, Peach Pop Admin Co. You can do the .co instead of a .com. So there's a lot of different options there. Now, while I do think it's too early in the game to trademark your business name, I get asked this question a lot. It's really expensive to trademark your business name. I don't think that it's necessary, but you do want to make sure that your domain name is not trademarked by anyone else. So you can go to the USTPO trademark office, an online website. You literally just type in USTPO trademark and you can look and see if there are any live active trademarks that have the same name as yours. If so, you may want to steer clear or ask a lawyer if this name is something that you should choose or not. All right, we've made it to step number 5. In step number 5, day number 5, we're going to outline your processes, your internal processes. When someone says, yes, I want to work with you, what are the next steps? Now, this is something that we break down entirely inside of the Savvy system. The Savvy system is a 90-day guided experience that you can work with my team directly to help start your business, set up your processes, and get your first paying client in 90 days. I'm going to tell you more about it at the end of this training and even give you a special secret offer if you want to join us. But just so you have the basics in place of what you need, you'll need a discovery call process. When somebody is interested in your services, how do you hold a discovery call to see if you're going to be a good match? Our students get a discovery call template that they can literally have next to them as they're going through the call to make sure that they're leading the call with confidence so they nail the sale. You're also going to need a contract, something else that we've worked with a lawyer to create specifically for VAs, but you want a contract that protects you and your client as well. You're going to want to have an invoicing system. You're going to want to set up a system to go ahead and bill them on that recurring basis, right? Those monthly invoices to go out automatically. You're going to want to get that set up, as well as a welcome email and onboarding process. I recommend that our students have an onboarding meeting where you go over, here is the way that I work, here's how I'm going to send invoices, here's how I'll keep track of time, here's how I'm going to send you reports on my time. All of that should be covered in that initial onboarding meeting. And this is the step where you're going to get all of that set up. All right, on day number 6 is when we are going to make sure that you are legally covered as a business. So we already talked about having a contract. If your contract isn't completely ready, you're not ready to send it, that is what you would do on this day, on day number 6. You're also going to want to check and see if there are any regulations in the city, in the county that you live in to operate an at-home business. One of the best resources to do this is totally free. It's score.org. While a SCORE mentor may not know very much about virtual assistant, that's why I'm here to teach you about how to start a virtual assistant business. They can tell you or point you in the right direction on what is required in the city, in the county that you live in to start a business. Are there any special licenses or requirements to have an at-home business? They're going to be able to tell you that information. And so that's what you're going to do. You're going to set up a meeting with a SCORE mentor. Likewise, you can also just reach out to your local chamber of commerce and they'll be able to tell you that information as well. All right, can you believe it? We've made it to day number 7, step 7, day 7, and you probably knew this is coming. This is where you start marketing. Now remember, you're not going to feel 100% ready. None of us feel 100% ready, but it is never too early to get that marketing ball started. So you're going to do a big announcement on your personal social media, whether that's Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, wherever you have the most personal connections, that's where you want to announce it. It doesn't have to be a super formal post, just something like, hey, I'm so excited. I'm starting a virtual assistant business. I'm going to be helping small business owners with simple admin tasks. I'm so pumped for this. If you know of somebody who needs a service like this, drop their name below. Remember, most VAs sign their first client from a personal connection. Likely, you probably know one small business owner, one person who's a real estate agent or owns a food truck or a mom and pop shop or is a network marketer. You probably know one person who owns a business. And just like you know one person who owns a business, everyone you know likely knows one person that owns a business. And so just by telling your personal contacts, just by telling friends and family about what you're doing, you immediately expand your network. Now, I have a free template for you to help reach out to your personal connections. This is actually the exact template that I used when I was first getting started that landed me my first 3 real paying clients with this exact template. So you can comment the word template below and I will give you the link to that totally for free. Now remember, this is just one of many different marketing methods. There are so many different ways to get clients, and that's exactly what we cover inside of the Savvy System Accelerator. If you're interested in working with my team and I in a group coaching environment, a 90-day intensive capacity, then I want you to go to thevirtualsavvy.com/secret offer. That's going to give you a discounted link for $100 off of our program. Normally $597, it's going to give it to you for $497, or it'll also get you $100 off the first payment of the payment plan option. Now, inside of the Savvy System, you're getting our proven step-by-step system that's been used by over 7,000 VAs to launch their business from scratch. You're getting 90 days of accelerator access. That is our private community where you are alongside others chasing this goal with you. Weekly group coaching calls. You can literally come and ask your questions, get accountability on a weekly live basis. Our VA Essential Skills course, which teaches you the skills that you need if you're not feeling confident about the data entry, about answering customer service emails. This course will teach it to you. Plus, you're getting the legal templates and contracts, our portfolio that's drag and drop so you can have that right away. 30 scripts. If you need to raise your rates, if you need to fire a client, we have a script for you, plug and play resources, marketing strategies, templates for organizing your business, real discovery call recordings so you know how to operate a discovery call confidently. And we're also going to celebrate you through milestones and give you a certificate of completion at the end of your 90 days. We also give you our Savvy promise that if for some reason you don't land your first client in those 90 days, life happens, we're going to give you up to 2 more 90-day extensions to work with our team directly until you do. So again, you can go to thevirtualsavvy.com/secret offer if that's something you're interested in. All right, I want to hear from you. What is one thing that you took away from this video that you are going to take action on? Remember, action over perfection is the name of the game, and that's how our students find quick success, is by moving forward one imperfect step at a time. So let me know in the comments below what you're going to take action on. That's all we have for this video. I'll see you in the next one.